Imagine every conversation like holding water, names slipping through fingers. You remember smiles, stories, laughter, yet a name quietly disappears. It feels embarrassing, like misplacing something everyone else easily carries. But forgetting names rarely means disrespect, laziness, or poor intelligence. Often it reveals fascinating patterns about attention, memory, and pressure. Your mind is not careless, it is simply busy elsewhere. Psychologists call this selective attention, the brain prioritizing survival signals. Names are fragile sounds floating briefly before meaning anchors memory. Meanwhile, your brain studies expressions, tone, warmth, and hidden intentions. You remember how someone felt long after their name fades. This is emotional memory, quietly overpowering the thin thread syllables. Strangely harder, trying remember names often makes memory slip away. Pressure floods the mind like noise drowning a quiet introduction. This moment activates cognitive load, your brain juggling many signals. Eye contact, politeness, body language responses compete for mental space. So the small, delicate name quietly slips out unnoticed completely. Many thoughtful, observant people experience this more than dominant personalities, because observers absorb atmosphere, while others simply store labels easily. Your brain collects emotions, context, and microexpressions like an anthropologist. Names unfortunately become the smallest detail inside crowded psychological notebooks. There is also something called retrieval failure in cognitive psychology. The memory exists somewhere, yet the pathway suddenly disappears today. Like knowing a song, but forgetting lyrics when everyone watches. Your brain freezes under observation, protecting itself from possible embarrassment. Ironically, the more you care remembering someone, the harder becomes. Because caring introduces pressure, and pressure distorts delicate memory processes. Your mind begins monitoring mistakes instead of calmly storing information. Psychologists describe this as performance anxiety quietly sabotaging recall today. The brain becomes a stage where memory fears the spotlight. Yet something compassionate hides inside this frustrating human quirk today. People who forget names often remember feelings with remarkable clarity. They recall the kindness, nervousness, humor, or sadness behind introductions. In many ways, they remember people deeper than names allow. A name is a label, but presence is an experience. Your mind chooses experience even when the label drifts away. Think about the stranger who made you feel unexpectedly understood. You remember their warmth, but the name floats somewhere unreachable. That does not mean the meeting mattered any less today. Sometimes it means your mind absorbed the moment too deeply. Researchers call this depth processing, remembering meaning rather than surface. Names live on the surface like leaves drifting above water. But emotions sink deeper where memory roots grow stronger today. Still, the shame of forgetting names can feel painfully personal. You may worry people think you careless, indifferent, or disrespectful. That quiet anxiety, ironically, makes the problem repeat again today. Because fear narrows attention and memory needs relaxed curiosity today. Kindness toward yourself surprisingly improves memory more than criticism ever. Your brain learns best when it feels safe, not judged. So forgetting names might quietly reveal a sensitive nervous system. A mind tuned carefully to people sometimes loses verbal tags. Yet psychologists suggest gentle tricks for strengthening fragile name memory. One method links the name with vivid imagery or story. Another repeats the name naturally during conversation, anchoring auditory memory. But the most powerful shift is removing shame from forgetting. When pressure softens, attention relaxes, and memory quietly returns today. You become present again instead of policing your own mind. Presence, ironically, is the real doorway to remembering names today. Because attention loves calm curiosity more than anxious control ever. Think of memory like a lake disturbed by constant stones. When the water settles, reflections become clear again today slowly. Names appear easily when the surface of attention becomes still. So the problem was never intelligence, respect, or effort really. It was simply turbulence inside a thoughtful, observant mind today. A mind busy understanding humans rather than cataloging their labels. And that might be more human than remembering every name. Next time a name slips away, pause and breathe slowly. Remind yourself connection matters more than perfect recall today anyway. People remember how they felt around you far longer anyway. Warm attention, kindness, and curiosity leave deeper psychological footprints today. Even if the name briefly escapes, the heart recognizes them. And perhaps that quiet recognition is the memory that matters. Because humans are stories, emotions, glances, pauses, not only syllables. Names introduce us, but presence is what stays today always. So if your memory drops, names you are not broken. Your mind may simply be listening to deeper frequencies today. The quiet emotional music beneath ordinary, everyday introductions we share. And that kind of listening is rare and beautiful today. Like water slipping through fingers, names sometimes escape gentle minds. Yet the water still touched your hands today softly though. And the moment still happened quietly meaningful and real today. So breathe, forgive your memory, and stay curious about people. Curiosity remembers more than pressure ever could today, truly though. Because calm attention opens doors that anxiety keeps locked today. And behind those doors, names patiently wait to return someday. Until then, keep listening to people, not just introductions today. The world needs more listeners, even forgetful ones today anyway. Because understanding hearts will always matter more than perfect memory. And strangely, those who forget names sometimes remember souls deeply. If this reflection felt familiar, you are quietly among friends. Millions share this gentle human glitch more than you think. So keep exploring the strange, beautiful psychology of everyday minds. And if curiosity calls you back, there are insights ahead. Subscribe quietly if you enjoy exploring the mind together today. More stories of memory, emotion, and human behavior await here. Until next time, notice the people behind every name today. Their presence may stay longer than any syllable today anyway. Like water touching hands before returning softly to the river. Names may drift, but connection leaves ripples across memory today. And those ripples quietly shape how we understand each other. So keep listening, remembering, feeling, even when the name slips.